Alright, that's enough filming. It's time for me to eat a little bit. Hi guys, it's Mattias, and in today's video we'll be focusing on some of the food and some of the drinks that me and Orent tried out while visiting the Philippines the second time together. And yeah, I have no idea why the girls started giggling like that the moment I walked up to their table. At first here we are in Cebu City. This is on Mango Street close to Fuentes Circle. And we found this place by accident. This is one of the, I guess you could call it a food court, where the places where they cook the food surrounds the area where the tables are, creating a square, giving you a very easy overlook on what's available, and it supposedly make it easy to choose, but with all the good food here, that really isn't all that simple. However, eventually after eating rice and chicken all the time, and you know, local Filipino food, we decided to go with burgers. We've been a little bit disappointed with burgers before, but these ones were actually really good. A 160 peso King Kong burger. So yeah, as of now when I'm making this video, 160 peso is about 2.7 euros, so just below $3 or just below 3 euros, whatever currency you're most familiar with. Now one of the things I'd like to mention also is that when you're out eating in the Philippines, if you want to have a little bit higher standard, we used to call that a knife and a fork place. And the reason why we call that is that once you get to a certain price level of your food, they start serving the food with a knife and a fork, because that is the kind of food that mostly foreigners order, and foreigners such as us, Europeans and Americans, that's how we normally eat our dinners. Filipinos, however, they eat food with a knife and a spoon. Now, one of the things that you need to pay attention to if you want to keep your budget, if money is an issue for you and you go to one of those places where you order a steak or something, is that the price is based on the weight. So you see one price, but that is for a certain amount of meat. But the menu can be written in such a way that you order like 5 times the price, because you're not really familiar with how much you actually did order. It's a little bit tricky that way, and I'm sure that is made on purpose, because they know that we foreigners probably can afford it anyway. A traditional Filipino dish called humba.
Adobo.
And this is adobo. Adobo and humba.
And rice. And kanun.
Kanun rice. Kanun, yeah. Kanun humba. Kanun og humba. Kanun og humba. Kanun og. What is this? Is it liver? Ablan. What is this? Chicken. Okay. Now, if you are the kind of person that want to stay on a strict budget, then there is plenty of good food to choose from. Me personally, my biggest concern, and that goes even for nicer restaurants, is that I'm worried about getting sick. So the way I choose food in places like this is that I want to see how it's cooked, and I want to see how the food is handled after it's cooked or when they put it on my plate. Now, if I see that if I order some chicken or some other meat, it comes directly from the barbecue and then it's put directly on the plate that I'm gonna eat it from, I feel at least a little bit more secure, even though that's not a guarantee either, but you know, still. What I try to avoid, on the other hand, is food that seems like it's just been laying around for too much time, like a few hours or whatever, in whatever container. I try to stay away from that. I want it to be cooked recently, or I want to see it being cooked, and I want to grab it directly from, you know, the barbecue or whatever. Another thing that I really enjoyed in the Philippines, especially when you eat on places like this, or when you're outside, basically any place where they don't have air condition, are these fruit drinks or these shakes. Again, as you can see on the prices, it's really cheap, below 100 peso, and yeah, it's definitely worth it because these ones, they taste really, really good, and you just try out a few flavors before you find your favorite. If you can even decide on a favorite, that's one of the things I never really could. I like them all. Yeah, it's easy when you look at the prices, you might not believe it, but this is below 50 peso.
What's it called?
Slicing.
Sizzling sissy.
Slicing with egg.
Yeah. So the egg is almost raw and then it kind of cooks itself while you're...
It's kind of ordinary. This,
Yeah.
food. It's kind of ordinary standard food.
So yeah, this is a couple of the different sizzlers, I'm hoping I'm saying that right, that you can choose from. And what they do is that they serve it on a really hot plate, so part of the cooking process actually happens after you get served. So here we are in a place in Mati. Mati is in Davao Oriental on Mindanao. It's all the way down south in the Philippines. This is where the legendary Rodrigo Duterte was a mayor before he became president. And this is one of the places where they have this sizzling, okay, I'm not going to try to say that when I'm not reading it, it's a little bit complicated. Anyway, here you can see some of the prices, and I'll try to show you as much of the prices as possible. I know that one of the reasons why we go to a country such as Philippines is to be able to live relatively cheap, or well, at least some of us. And one of the things that I like about places like this, aside from it being cheap, is that here you really get a chance to meet the locals. One of the main reasons I really like the Philippines.
Excuse me, what are those? What is it? Quack quack. Chicken or frog or? Chicken. Egg. Egg. All right.
So yeah, the standard here is a little bit lower, it's a little bit more simple, and again, if you really need air condition while eating your meal, I'm sorry, this is not the place for you, and that might be especially important to bring up if you are in Mindanao, in places like Davao or Mati, because this place is even hotter than like Manila or Cebu, for example. And yeah, some people, they just work too hard, and every once in a while you need to take a nap.
Excuse me? Hi, yeah, I was going to pay for the food. I don't know. I pay you? Here? Yeah. We're inside on a store called SNR. This is one of those stores that you need to be a member to even enter. Don't know much about it, but you can buy a little toy animal for 1,000 peso. This is for this store is for rich Filipinos and of course foreigners.
Ja, Mattias köper den åt dig. Den är bara 60 000 pesos.
60 000 pesos? Ja, du tar två.
En Grand Prix istället.
Eller?
Får ni låda också?
Ja.
Så får du med på köpet.
Man lånar med. Det kostar inte extra då.
So yeah, I think we were talking about a 60,000 peso bottle of whiskey, I guess. I'll let you guys, the experts, decide. I don't really know. So yeah, I wanted to show you one of the stores that, yeah, it's a membership-only store. I think the membership is 700 peso a year, so it's not that expensive. But it has, I guess, a little bit higher quality food and drinks. Kind of gave me the impression of warehouse shopping, but yeah, what do I know? Now, generally, I'm not much of a drinker, but I like having a beer or two every once in a while. And my friend here has taught me to appreciate whiskey. So yeah, every once in a while I'll take a drink, but I try to stay very, very moderate about it.
Det är den du sänker när du är på gott humör. Och så får du på.
Ja, ja. Ja, men vi har ju Tanduay 15 years old. Can I see that? Den har du.
Yes.
And how much is that one?
230.
230. And that's a 12-year-old. That's a 12-year-old.
40 kronor.
Det är 12-årig.
Ja,
Är
den är god.
Är de eller?
Ja, den är god.
So yeah, when we're here, we actually bought I think a 12-year-old or maybe even 15-year-old whiskey that was really, really good. Actually, it was too good, and I guess I would encourage you to stay away from it. I don't remember the name, and maybe that's a good thing. Anyway, I'm going to show you a little bit more of the prices here. Maybe that helps you make up your mind whether or not you want to have an extra drink or not. Now, I'll be honest, this is more my kind of drinks, at least for the most part. We're right now in a mall, I don't remember which one, there are plenty of them, and again, we have all these sweet fruit juices to choose from. And also, if you look on the lower part of the board below the juices, you see that you can also buy smoothies, which might be more to your liking. And also with the prices, €1 is a little below 60 pesos.
Is it? It's a ride to the bus station, right? From Äpplen här.
Yeah, you guessed it, guys. Äpplen means apples, and yeah, with all the exotic fruit that you have in the Philippines, I still have to have my apples.
Jag vill ha äpplen eller bananer, men de har bara uppskuren mango här. Good afternoon. No, apples.
So yeah, this is another thing that I really started liking more and more. This is roasted and, well, some of them raw nuts, and there are kind of different flavors, or how do you say it, different spices that they put on the nuts, and there are also different kinds of nuts. And the more time I spend in the Philippines, the more I started eating these type of snacks, because they are also really, really good, and they're really, really cheap. Might be a little bit risky eating this, I don't know, but yeah, well, it is what it is. Now, this is one of the things that I'm ashamed to say we never really tried it out. So what you can do here is that you can pick whatever seafood you see in these buckets here, if you want to have a lobster or some shrimp or a fish or whatever, and first you pick whatever you want to eat, and then you bring that to whatever, should I say, to whatever chef or whatever restaurant that is just a few steps away, and they'll cook it for you, and you'll have whatever rice or whatever they have to serve with it. It's yeah, to me at first it became a little bit weird because I'm not used to ordering food this way, but it's definitely something that I want to try out the next time. And yeah, this is actually from Boracay. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed the video, and big thanks for watching.
Hi.
Hi. Hello.
What's up? Hi. Thank you.